I'm going to explain to you here what the key differences are between a keynote talk and a workshop. Well, let's first of all isolate the two. A keynote talk typically is anywhere between 20 minutes to 60 minutes in length. They can be done either online or in person. And they're normally some sort of mindset shift. They're normally not interactive. They're normally kind of transformational. Whereas the workshop in itself, or the workshops being delivered, are typically upskilling. They're skills-based. And the workshop often teaches you something. And also the workshop is interactive. And I always say, when you're delivering a workshop, make sure you're engaging with people. You may also provide learning materials when you're doing a workshop, whereas the keynote, you don't often do that. You go on stage, you're impactful for 20 to 40 minutes, 20 to 60 minutes, you're bang, bang, bang. Whereas the workshop is a bit more slower, a bit more methodic. These ones can last 60 minutes, 90 minutes, 2 hours. In fact, we've done some for some of our clients for 4 hours before. Now, these workshops have been delivered online. And remember, there's no rules. You can do online or in person. Please make sure you understand your client's needs, because some of them will want to do it online and some of them will want to do it in person, whether it's a keynote or whether it's a workshop. So the workshops are slightly different. They pay slightly different, and check out my other videos to understand the fee structure. They pay slightly different and have a different skill set. They're very different. And I know the teachers out there are different. Some people can only do workshops. Some people can only do keynotes. But I would love for you to do both. There is a skill to them both, and there is a talent to them both. And if you're comfortable delivering both and you're having a conversation with your client, it's much easier to then say, okay, well, this falls under doing a workshop. This falls under delivering a keynote. And remember, when you're building the relationships, you can retain these clients and do it over and over and over and over again. And a lot of my clients, I would probably say there's probably a heavier bookings for keynotes, slightly, a smidgen for keynote talks, and just slightly. And it just depends on the client's needs. So please upskill yourself for both keynote talks and for workshop facilitation. They are a different skill, they're a different beast, but ultimately it's up to the client. But make sure you can deliver so you can get paid and you can service your client and not have to refer it on. But of course, if you've got to refer it on, you can take a commission. This is just business, this is just the game. So understand the differences in delivery, understand the differences in length, because all of these things matter between whether you're delivering a keynote or you're delivering a workshop. Interactive, learning materials, etc., etc., etc. If this has been helpful to you, please give me a like, give me a comment, and of course, subscribe and send this to a friend. Thank you so much.